away with them from the perimeter.
Redditch. Well, no, he's not the first guy to miss outside the three-point line. It continues to stay as hot as you can possibly get from the three-point line. A perfect 5 for 5 from the Wildcats.
They're a fun team to watch, the Perth Wildcats. Really like the way they play. They got that good mix of their inside, outside, but tonight, just on fire from the perimeter.
Greer is double teamed.
Got bailed out.
He did, didn't he? He had nowhere to go.
Got the pass off. They called it on Sean Redditch on the double team, which you have to do. When you're going to send a double team like that, you got to make sure, because someone's going to be open, so you got to make sure you make it very, very tough. And that time the referee deemed that it was just a little too tough.
Ibaka, shot clock in single figures, hesitates. Fall away jump shot's good. I'd like to see him have a big one. He's so capable of pulling some big numbers. Been very unselfish in this role for the Melbourne Tigers, playing alongside Patty Mills. Robbins. Well, he shows it doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's trying to get to the rim. This is an opportunity he maybe should have made. Great move. Couldn't finish it off. Triga. Pass off the mark by Dorsey. Robbins lines up the three. Perth had finally missed a three-point attempt.
Nothing here, no hold.
Triga against Knight. Ibaka trying to create some space. Liam Rush steps back, gets it to Triga. He slings it. Tovey gets the board. Redditch will slow it down.
Perth Wildcats clearly done their homework on the game last week when the Melbourne Tigers came up short against the Townsville Crocodiles. Cameron Triga was just a force down low. Tonight, they're not taking any risk of him catching fire. Every time he touches it, they're sending a double team on that low block, making him kick it out. Paddy Mills checks back into the game for Liam Rush. And Paddy Mills and Cameron Triga have really led the way as far as shots taken and also points scored this season. Mills averaging 18 and Triga averaging 17. And then Ibaka coming up next with the 9.
Matthew Knight continues to put points on the board for the Perth Wildcats as they look for their mark of 50 by halftime.
Perth do a good job of mixing up their defense as well. You see that a little bit of three-quarter press, a little bit of full-court press, just really trying to be disruptives, not allowing the Melbourne Tigers to get into any of their rhythm on the half court. And there you see a somewhat soft foul on Brad Robbins.
Yeah, he won't like that.
The thing about Brad Robbins, he is fearless. I remember in one of his first games he played against us, and he used to line up when you got those first gamers coming out, and trying to guard you, but he was just a little pit bull down low and not intimidated by anyone.
Well, he fears no one if he did not fear the great Andrew Gaze. Tigers down 10, 35-25.
Right now, your Holden dealer's holding nothing back to clear all 2011 plated new vehicles before December 31. Now's a great time to buy with genuine savings across a huge range of new cars, like the Commodore Equip with SIDI direct injection, so you can drive 900 Ks off the highway on a single tank, and over $9,500 of extra value, all from just $36,990 drive away. Stocks are limited, and when they're gone, they're gone. See your Holden dealer, because Holden's holding nothing back. Go better.
Welcome back to the Cage. Everything happening here in the Heritage Round, Round 7 around the NBL. Started last night in Sydney. Shane Heal came back, Damian Keogh. They had all the big boys. Dean Uthoff. Dwayne McClain wasn't able to make it back. Everybody was hoping that he could do that. The D-Train, Tim Morrissey, And here the Melbourne Tigers will be honoring their 1993 championship team that beat the very Perth Wildcats in Perth for that championship. And we saw the great Andrew Gaze hugging his dad. And I'm not sure if that was jubilation, relief, whatever that emotion was, but it was one of the great NBL moments.
It was all of that, Steve, and some. Just trying to hide some of the tears and not look like a Suki Lala out there as well. But these two teams have, as you mentioned, a long history. The Wildcats have a decisive edge. They're 51 and 38 all time. Down low again, you see the Melbourne Tigers getting exploited by their size. This time it's Matthew Knight, 6'10", going up against Cameron Trigard.
You're not, you're holding on.
Greg Heyer into the game for the for the Perth Wildcats, and speaking to Rob Beveridge before the game, and he said, you know, of course it's a blow to have Damian Martin out, but he's been playing basketball for a long time without any kind of a break. So it forces him to take a break, and it gives the opportunity of Heyer an opportunity to play at the NBL level.
Greg Heyer, I took him to China earlier this season, Steve, and early in the year, I should say, and he was a sensation. He is all energy. He's about 6'5", but he rebounds a lot bigger than he actually is in size, and just all energy, great defensive player, can knock down a shot, and he just needs more opportunity at this level. There's no doubt he's an NBL player. And smart too. On those tours, you really do find out who's got some basketball IQ, because you only get one training session before you start playing. So guys that don't pick up structure all that well, they stick out. But he, good basketball IQ.
Matt Knight pulls down another board as Perth continue to grab everything in sight. Brad Robbins going at Patty Mills again.
That's just way too easy. Your team's down. The Tigers have prided themselves on their defense. Tonight they have been abysmal on the defensive end.
Tommy Greer pulls down the O board. Ball's tapped from behind by Toby. Wagstaff goes the length of the court. No one really picked him up.
And they're looking at each other, second-guessing themselves. That time, the defensive transition wasn't what it's supposed to be. Soft getting back. Trevor Gleason's got to be disgusted with what he's witnessing on the defensive end. Look at this. It's not even full. Just casually getting in there. And Ubaga forced to foul. And as you'd expect, Melbourne Tigers, they want to have a chat about it.
Okay, so right now, Jesse, you said it. Now, if they switch this, last time they switched it, okay, so right now, come off it here. If it's a double team, you throw it to Jesse, but again, we got the guys here, we might throw it in. But right now, let's go with Trigard. Get him in there. He's got 2 fouls now. Now, with Dorsey, you look to take Dorsey off the dribble on a reversal as well. So when we break down, we can run that. Now, defensively, stick with our rules. You're doing a hell of a job there. Now, remember, Matty, if Trigard's there, play up a bit, keep wearing him down physically. Yep. They were good with that. Blue the side, but you guys make sure you're ready to help if you get the lead.
Hey, we're happy with Tommy Greer bringing it up. Okay, that's it.
3, 2, 1. Our defense is great. You can get after.
Andrew, I know a lot of, it just looks like the Perth Wildcats have the green light to shoot the basketball when it comes to them, but there really does seem to be a method to their madness. I mean, Kevin Lish can light up any night, but he's only taken 1 shot. He's on 3. They really wait their turn. If somebody's hot or if there's a mismatch, they really go to the guy they want to take somebody off the dribble.
And that comes from Rob Beveridge and the confidence he instills with them, but it also comes from prolonged success. And you got Kevin Lish, who is an MVP of a grand final series. He's won an NBL title. They know what it takes to win.
It should be 2 shots because the ball was knocked away by...
It's 2 shots.
The ball was knocked away by Ubaka, wasn't it?
I don't even know how... Why is this even in question, Steve?
He didn't score it. He was fouled. on the shot.
Straightforward play, Steve.
Sure, I can. Let's see what the stats say.
Rob Beveridge doesn't know what the issue is either. I don't even know how that could have even been confusion on that play.
Well, they were counting the basket, but there were no points for it, so it definitely been a disadvantage for the Wildcats because they didn't get 2 on the board, and they were trying to give them 1 foul shot.
They didn't put the points on the scoreboard, so everyone else knew what was going on. See, Wagstaff calmly knocks them down, but you're right, Stephen, about the Perth Wildcats, and offensively, so many teams you see the pick and roll, they rely just on the pick and roll. Perth Wildcats do some great stuff away from the ball as well as with the ball.
Mills with the floater has it rejected by Tovey. Wagstaff. Open court foul, Lucas Walker. Wagstaff didn't like it, give him a look.
Here we see both players going after it. Nothing malicious in it. Just 2 boys intent and aggressively going for the ball. But, Steve, the statistics back up the Perth Wildcats. They're leading the league in points per game. And they're also leading the league in assists on average. They have more assists than any other team. So that is very good criteria to know that you've got the balance right on the offensive end.